July 25th, 2016. This is Maelstrom Radio.
Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Flex and Shinter.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Maelstrom Radio. How are you all doing, you beautiful people? It's Monday. It's everybody's favorite day of the week, and with me, my co-host, who is going to be the reason why I buy stock in Eggos, super entertained, Mr. Carey.
Hello.
And from the Great White North, the man with a plan, also known as the Axeman, is his wrestling name. I get Shinter, who may be a part of. You may have been involved in the Montreal screw job, for all I know. For you wrestling fans, that for like the three people who are like, I watch wrestling, they know what I'm talking about.
I'm not one of those three people.
That's fine. So, guys, how's it going? How's your gaming week? How's it going? Or last week? I mean,
Mine's kind of been quiet. Haven't really done a whole lot lately. Been focusing on some real life stuff lately.
I've done nothing but level my white mage.
it's not bad. I'm down with that. Yeah, no, same for me. I've been busy helping other people level through stuff, the newbies, and getting them ready for Heaven's Word. They're almost there. We have some new people. We have Icarus in our FC now, fun guy.
Lilith.
Or now Lilith, because he went through a change. So so yeah, we have Lilith now, and we have Sark and something silly. He needs a freaking name change. Cause something
Yes,
silly.
he does.
Something silly is not a good one.
Good thing he's not listening.
Yeah.
He may. We never know. So guys, we've got. Oh, by the way, I'm your lovely host, Philatus. I forgot to introduce myself. Not that I matter. So guys, we got some Final Fantasy 14 news. First and foremost, there's going to be a free login campaign from July 20th, so it's already started until August 30th. I know they changed some things with this one. Before, it was whenever you logged in, that's when a timer started and started counting down. I believe this time around it is it only counts against you when you're logged in. So it ain't so bad. Get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there, do the deep dungeon, try some of the new stuff. It's in perfect time because there's going to be, and we're going to get more into what's coming up. But starting tomorrow, the Yokai Watch event starts.
Yes.
So if you're like me and Carrie, you understand Yokai Watch is the bomb.
I'm so excited.
It is really fun. It is a fun game. And, like, I understand why it was more popular than Pokemon in Japan. Like, I really do get it. I don't know about now since Pokemon Go came out, but I don't know. When Yokai Watch 2 comes out, people may have a tough time. So.
Well, yeah.
we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Nothing beats Dragon Quest though. If they release a Dragon Quest game over there, it's game over. They gotta shit like they can only release Dragon Quest games on a weekend. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
released on a weekday and nobody shows up to work. So we have a main talking point today, I think, and thanks to Carrie because he put it together for us today, or else it'd just be me and Chen talking about Deep Dungeon all day. Which we will talk. Actually, I'm forgetting one piece of news. Speaking of Deep Dungeon, real quick, and I almost forgot. If you notice, if you're watching us live here on Twitch, I posted up that we're a contest in the upper echelons of the of the Twitch box up there. We had a contest. We announced it last week that was going to end Sunday. We didn't have any entries, but we're adding, and I can understand why, because when you have a screenshot, it's like nobody really wants to email shit. I get it. But social media, we do have social media. We have a Facebook page. We also have a Twitter. And you could send your contest via that. The first person to get the furthest in the Deep Dungeon. How much time are we giving them this time? We're gonna give them until same time, same Sunday night.
Yeah.
All right, Sunday night, midnight, Pacific Standard Time. First person, or the first person who gets the deepest, the farthest in Deep Dungeon, to send us a screenshot, and it has to be your character, and we have to see like a screenshot and the floor you're on. So if you're on floor 50, make sure we see all that stuff in there. You're not in a party. This is a solo only. So be wary, traveler, and good luck. Now you're asking, why am I gonna do that? What are you gonna give me for busting my ass in Deep Dungeon? Well, you get a choice of your own, any of the minions on the Mog Station. So you get one, anyone you want. You can get the panda. That's a good one. Snowman's there. Get a snowman. I don't care. What I do care about is that we want to give it away. We want to give you guys something. That's what we care about. So, even if you think you're stuck on floor 40, you can't get past floor 40, take a screenshot, send it in. You may be the only person that enters. I may see 200 people enter, and then we'll only pick you, wink. So everybody else only get to floor 10. You're the best. So go ahead and do that. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty easy contest, guys. Just play the game, and you'll win something on us. It's on the house, gratis from us to you. So and that I got nothing else for news. Nothing really. The dev trackers. Maybe some. I mean, it's not Final Fantasy 14 news, but if you're still playing Final Fantasy 11, even though you're probably watching us, and I appreciate that, you can always read the AMA letter later. But Final Fantasy 11 is doing an AMA currently on Reddit. So if you're still partaking in that and you want to go check that out, you could easily watch us and then keep that off to the side and just type your question in. That's how the internet works. So.
I got one other piece of news. I think we finally are getting our podcast and everything up and running.
Yeah.
This week,
Finally.
so we should have links up to everything, and hopefully we might get a site overhaul in the next couple weeks and be able to finally have everything up and nice and posted. So
yes, absolutely.
keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
We'll have contact details and Twitter and Twitch and YouTube and Stitcher links. I think
I did it.
And iTunes.
It started to do it. Yeah, so that'll all be out there, guys. So you'll be able to download us, or if you use Stitcher, which I use, if I'm gonna give if I'm gonna advertise like a shameless whore, Stitcher's what I use. If you have unlimited, if you if you're grandfathered in like I am to AT&T, or if you have a great plan, Stitcher, what do they do is they take our feed. We're gonna get a little nerdy here for a second. What they do is they take our podcast and shrink it down so you can stream it over, and you don't have to download anything to your phone. So, but you still get decent quality in the sound, and you get to listen to the thing, and you can like us and up us. But we'll be on all the things: Google, iTunes, Stitcher, and whatever other. You tell me if Zoom was still around, I'd put us on that. So, what happened to Zoom? That's how old I am.
Rest in peace.
Rip Zune. All right, guys, let's get back. Let's get into our main talking point, which is oddly enough, Deep Dungeon. We're gonna put that on hold, and we're gonna take that to next week. Really, what we want to talk about, because we are so interested in how much work is being put into the Yokai Watch promo, that we wanted to talk about the other promos. We wanted to like highlight and talk about the past events, how much work went into those, and lead it into Yokai Watch. So we may not get to Yokai Watch today, we really want to experience Yokai Watch and then talk about it probably in full detail next week and how I want all the pets. So
Yes.
to kick us off, I'm actually going to throw it over to Carrie because Carrie really did all these events in Final Fantasy 14. I never did Lightning Strikes, and I think I just never did Lightning Strikes or Dragon Quest. Shit, I suck. I didn't do Dragon Quest yet either, so I suck. I had friends take me back to Warcraft. I made terrible choices.
Yes, you did.
I think I've only been able to participate in one or two of these events. I haven't been around that long.
What is Burgeoning Dead? Oh, was that the Shantoto?
Yeah.
Damn, I suck.
Oh,
So-
okay. Sorry, are you speaking? Go ahead.
No, I'm cracking open this delicious handcrafted soda called Americana. It's honey cream. It's delicious.
Make sure the logo is shown. They have to pay us. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. No. All right. So I just said that twice. Anyways, so past events, when A Realm Reborn was launched, I don't remember the exact day that they came back online. I don't know if you guys know.
I'm sorry. Breaking Bricks? What?
Well, I'm talking about Final Fantasy Reborn, like A Realm Reborn.
It came back that happened in January, and they relaunched and I may be getting this slightly off, but when is their anniversary event? Because that's when they came back.
August.
Then August is when they came back.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to remember because I started playing when they relaunched. They announced it was like a really cool website, and it was like collaboration. It was called Final Fantasy Collab or something like that. And basically, it just had all their collaborations coming up. The first two that they did launch were, in my opinion, the smallest in scale that they've done so far. It was Breaking Brick Mountains and Burgeoning Dead, which they happened at the same exact time. Like they ran alongside each other. Breaking Brick Mountains was the Dragon Quest X. They did that when they launched Dragon Quest X in 10. What am I saying? X 10 in Japan. Wish it was over here, but they launched it over there. So they did a event, and it was very simple. You would do fates, and you would finish the quest, and you would get a minion and a couple other things. I don't know if you have pictures of those. If you want to pull them up. But
Oh, you do? Is that my cue?
yeah.
All right, I got it, guys. Boom. Everybody on screen, you guys may not see it, but everybody on screen right now is seeing the three giant brick men doing battle with the.
That's the fate. So basically, you would just partake in the fate, and what was really really cool about these fates is this is probably I want to say like 6 or 7 months after the game relaunched. The music was different. It was Dragon Quest 10 music. The fate like font was Dragon Quest font. It was really cool. And you battled against these iconic brickmen from Dragon Quest, which is really awesome. And you end up getting once you completed that, I can't quite remember how it went. I think you would get an item which you would take back to a quest giver, and you would actually get the minion. You would get a Thug's mug, like helmet, which was really really cool. I have one of those, and you would also get a King Slime crown, which is also really cool. But this also ran alongside, at the same time this was going on, we had Burgeoning Dead, which was where Shantoto appeared. She would this breaking I can't remember what it's called. Breaking Brick Mountains was just a fate. There was no cutscenes, nothing. It was just you collected the quest and you went and did the fate. You went back, you got your things done. Burgeoning Dead was probably the first event to where it actually had cutscenes implemented into the story. So you had like a little story that you would follow along, and you were helping a reporter research this myth that they heard about, like some sort of person attacking Eorzea or something like that, or invading. So that was the first time we actually saw cutscenes implemented into the events. And it was really, really cool. This one was also really cool. Like, same thing that happened with Dragon Quest. The music was pulled from Final Fantasy XI. The font was actually, this time around, it was not Final Fantasy XI font. It was actually old Final Fantasy game font, which was kind of cool too. And you would fight a really, really big Shantoto, who she's a pretty badass villain, I feel. Trying to
Kind of
think.
terrifying.
Yeah, she's very terrifying, but she's hilarious. I love her. But yeah, once you completed that, you would get a minion, like just a small minion of Shantoto. So, you know, you fight her big and you get her small. And this is actually not her. She actually created a golem of herself that she would put out into the world to do her bidding, so she was safe. So you're fighting basically her golem that was modeled to be her. And once you defeated her golem, she actually comes to Eorzea and she's actually like good, I would say, like trying to be good. So she tasks you to helping her defeat her golem that's going awry. And you defeat it, and she's like, thank you. And she's like, I'm going to go back to where I'm from. Bye-bye. But you know what? Here's a small golem of myself. Like, cherish it. And in my opinion, those are probably two of the smallest promotional events that we've had in Final Fantasy XIV, because the next one was Lightning Returns.
Can we go back to the quest rewards, that first one, the Breaking Brick Mountains?
Yeah, let's go back.
How come we haven't seen any of those helms lately? Like, those are some pretty awesome helms.
They're in my armory. I don't know why. I just put them in there.
They never even made it to the item shop, though.
No, they for some reason, these two events have not came over to the optional item shop, which is very sweet. You're going the wrong way, Peter.
What? That's not
there
it?
You go. There you go. I see it.
Well, it's delayed.
It's delayed.
That's right. That's right. Oh God. So yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
Could you see that more people should be wearing these sorts of things? Like, that is one, it's showing, hey, you've been around since forever, and two, that like those are just awesome hats.
Yeah, I really want that Slime King.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a little fat guy in your head. It's like, hey, ma, want me boss up?
Hey. Yeah, I love them.
What are you? What are you guys doing today? You guys having fun?
That's exactly what he sounds like.
Yeah.
And then the little Brickman, he's really cool.
The Brickman's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, let's be honest. That helm, the bull. I'm assuming it's a bull.
The Thug's mug.
Yeah. That is a better than the pig. The pig costume frightens the shit out of me. That is a better mask.
I think it's a lot better, yeah.
I kind of agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Although it kind of reminds me of a cross between the pig costume and the fat chocobo hat.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like some weird love child came out of that.
Ew.
Now I can't unsee it. And also, why is the like
Why are they all
why are they
shirtless?
all topless? wait a minute. They're all shirtless, and the one in the forefront is a Lalithel going, ah!
And this is before we had the Manderville pose, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in the back there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Damn.
Found Hildebrand confirmed.
Holy, they teased Hildebrand way early on. We broke the system. Maelstrom Radio, digging deep, getting you answers.
Right.
So then, what is the King Slime crown? What is that going to become? Like we have the helm showing off the future pig and fat chocobo costume. And we have Vanderbilt. What is the king slime?
That's an early concept art of Whisper, actually. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like a little it's like that one guy who's always telling you, "Let's go get a beer." You know what? He probably would sound like the guy that in Bob's Burgers. That's like, "Hey, Bob."
Oh yeah, his friend.
Yeah, his friend that always tells him like stories that don't make like any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But I don't even can't do his voice, but Bob.
Yeah.
Like,
I have the Brickman minion. I have the Thug's mug. For some reason, and I don't know why, I don't actually have the King crown, the King slime crown, and I don't know why it wasn't given to me because it's literally you get it from completing the quest. So I'm not quite sure why I don't have it. I wonder if it was just Japan specific. I'm not sure because these both events ran um, both of these events ran alongside Japan, so I wonder if it was just a Japan specific item. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm still kind of bummed out. I wish they would bring it back. Really, what we need is a new Dragon Quest game
Right?
to have this come back.
And they'll do it again. That'll be great. So after these two events, it was kind of quiet, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Bam! Lightning returns. Final Fantasy 13 3 is coming out. Let's do an event." And so they did, and they actually did it twice. They actually did it in 2013, and then they did it again in 2014. So they did it two separate times. I'm not quite sure why. Um, and these, and this was probably where they took the most time to actually flesh out their promotional like event because it was a super long event, not as long as what's coming tomorrow, but it was a super long event and it was done in stages. So actually, let me get my notes real quick.
It
So
looks.
it go
Sorry.
ahead.
I was gonna say it looks like it ran for just under a month each time.
Yeah. So it was about a month. But the rewards was probably what made the event so worth it because you actually at the time, they only had the what is it, 8 classes? I'm not sure. I can't remember. 8 jobs. They had weapons modeled after the characters from the game. After the characters' weapons from the game, and they had two gender-specific clothing options modeled after Lightning and Snow, as well as their hair options. So just that one event had so much grind to it. It had so much. There was let's see, there was cutscenes. There was the music from the game, and the enemies were actually not from Eorzea. They were actually pulled from Final Fantasy 13 3 or 13. So you fought against like a huge mechanic. I forgot what they're called, but like some big dude. Like you see one guy right there, it's like a scorpion thing. It was like a mechanic scorpion thing. You fought against Odin from Final Fantasy 13. He was the last boss you would fight against. You fought against a behemoth from the game. It was really really cool. And the really awesome thing about it is you would do these fates and lightning would just appear and she would fight alongside you. So it was really really cool. Like just to see her, and she had like all her abilities from the game, so she was zipping around, doing all this damage and stuff like that, and helping you out. Um, but that was probably one of the biggest. I feel, in my opinion, I'm not sure if anyone else thinks differently, but that was probably like one of the biggest events that they actually did in terms of their promotional tie-ins. I don't know if you have the weapons up on the screen.
They're up now.
Yeah, so you got like the binding rod, the blade lance, blaze fire saber, the Grimoire Wing, Box Staff, Star Seeker, Vegan Knuckles, and Lassie. I can't even pronounce that word.
Yeah, the Lassie, right?
Yeah, something. Anyway, so you got those, which I got all of them. Like I grinded every fate I could, and I made sure I got every single item because those are gonna be great to glamour. Like even just look at them. Look at them.
Is that the Lassie Bardici?
Yeah, it's like I don't even know how to pronounce that
Bardiche,
word.
maybe?
Bardiche? I don't know. So let's see. Let's do it from the beginning. So first one is the Blaze Fire Saber, which is Lightning's sword. And then the next one is, those are the Vega Knuckles. And then you have the Bladed Lance. And then that weird icicle one is the sea Bardish. I don't know. And then you have the Star Seeker Bardish. And then you have the Star Seeker, which is the bow. And then the next one's the Binding Rod, and then Mogstaff. And then the last one, you probably can't tell, but that's the Summoner and Scholar Grimoire Wing. So it was for both classes. And literally each weapon had the animations from the game. So whenever you would pull out the sword, it would like unfold like Lightning Sword would do. The Summoner code, the Grimoire Wing looked like a boomerang that would unfold in your hand. It was really, really cool. So that was probably one of the greatest things. And then you had the outfits like next to that, which I have Snow's outfit, which is like the Bohemian outfit. And then you have the Guardian Cord, which is for Lightning, which sadly I couldn't get that because I was not a female. But and actually, fun fact, Bohemian outfit and Lightning's outfit you can actually get now in the optional item store. So that's available, but the weapons are not. You can't get those from the store.
And to point out, by the way, that's kind of awesome because I know some people have certain things like, well, it takes away from these special events. Like, hey, look, I was around for this special event, but now you can go buy the costumes. But you know what? You didn't think, like, I don't think anyone thought that you can't get the weapons.
No.
And we pointed out so far we pointed out the Shantoto. I don't think is she on the Mog Station?
Nope. None of the Dragon Quest or Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy 11 items are on the optional item store.
Oh, there you go. And the weapons from Lightning Returns aren't. So you know what? So far, GG. Square. I like this.
GG.
I'm okay with costumes, but like the weapons, I think if people actually bust their ass and earn those weapons, those should not be purchasable.
No, but I'm just really happy I got them. Will I ever use them? Probably not. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But they're great. But yeah, that was probably the biggest event so far because it had length. Because so there was 4 chapters to the event. On the day it launched, it was chapter 1, and every 2 days they would release next chapter. So you actually had to log in every 2 days to complete the story, and the story was very well done. It was, it was based off her role in Final Fantasy 13-3, which I don't know if anyone played that or anything like that, but she I guess got stuck through a portal and she was put here and she's trying to find her way back, and I guess she found her way back, obviously. But it had cutscenes, it had story, it was very lengthy and grindy, and it was just to be able to get all the weapons was very satisfying. I feel it was grindy. That's the big word. It was grindy.
I mean, we'll talk about it more next week, but yeah, actually, it's coming up. We'll talk about it then.
Yeah.
I'll hold.
And then the next event, it actually is coming up as well in actually about a month from now, is the Rising, which is also known as the yearly anniversary event that they put for the game. It's usually an event that is very meta and breaks the fourth wall, and every year the rewards vary by year. So for the first year, it was I'm trying to remember what year 1 was, but I believe you were finding a wandering minstrel and you would do fates with him, and he was basically retelling what happened in 1.0. I'm not quite sure because I actually did not do that one. That's one I did not do. So
the wandering minstrel is Yoshi P.
Yeah, so I didn't do that one. So the rewards for that were you got a Huzzah emote, Huzzah. You got a Minfilia minion and a Thancred minion, and you also got a bottle of wine, Realm Reborn Red, and a magic prism called Meteor Survivor. You also got an achievement for that as well for doing that. Um, but yeah, I don't have those, but those also are available in the optional item store. So you can get those $5 a piece.
I think the huzzas are only 2.
Huzzas too, yeah.
Real
But the
quick.
minions,
Hey, why does Philly's little wind up toy body? So the big thing has always been Philly's boobs, and and I go to look up, like, when you sent me this picture, I'm like, even on the minion.
yep, even on the minion.
Oh, Minphilia. Thank cred though. When you think about it, because if you're just spoilers, uh, um, these looks are no longer their looks. So
No,
this is OG, OG,
yeah.
OG fan cred.
And then so
But
that was 2 years ago. So 2014. It happened August 27th through September 8th. Then the next year was August 27th through September 7th, so it was a day shorter. Um, I actually also did not do this one as well, but I know Peter did,
Hi.
so you can talk about
I
it.
can talk about this one. Yes.
me too.
The rising event for Heavensward. Um, to me, so far, and I think especially the next two, we're going to talk about. Uh, Heavensward Rising event was phenomenal. It hit you in the feels. It broke the fourth wall, and it did one of the things that I don't think I ever saw any MMO do, which was, besides break the fourth wall and invite you into a room full of the devs and creators, and you got to talk to them in game. Um, it gave you a moment where Yoshi P, and it's so burned into my mind because I've never seen any game do this, where said directly to my character, and at this point, not even speaking to my character, but speaking to us as the player. Um, we will never let 1.0 happen again. Like, we will strive to always make this game as good and as fun as possible, and we will never fail you. And you kind of see that to this day. Like Yoshi P has always put first and foremost the willingness to try new things, the willingness to make sure that we are always engaged in this game, and not only in the event, but it was just like one of those, like, they hinted at so many things, they if you were in that room, you talked about Doom Train, which is like, if we got that as a trial, I'm stoked. I don't know how that would even work, but I'm stoked. A Doom Train minion. Talked about the samurai, the blue mage, the red mage. These are things that may be announced at FanFest, and they were talking about that last year. So we got an apology, we got hopes, it touched you emotionally a little bit in the heart, like, because you think about, like, and I'll take this because gaming is such a big part of my life. To have a moment where the dev says, "Hey, listen, we know that this is important to you. This is something you clearly pay for, and that we want to share this community with you. So by all means, sorry, and we will never do that again, and we will always do right by you." Not many companies do that, let alone take it in game and make it an event and share it with you. Shin, I know you also played this event as well. What did you take away from it?
Oh, it was kind of interesting because I started playing Final Fantasy back. I think it was 2014 that I played during Extra Life there, and I played it for that day, and then I just stopped. That it was my free trial period. But after that, I came back and I started playing in August last year. So I think it was the first week or two that I had actually come back to the game that I got to play it. So I really didn't understand a lot of what was going on, but just going through and being able to talk to all the NPCs and the developers and just hear their opinions and everything, it's not something that you generally get to see in games at all.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
I've been lucky in a lot of the past games that I've been paying attention to are active in. We've kind of had connections with the developers going from alpha and beta and all of these other different releases and having relations with the community teams and again with the developers or other people working on the games. But this was just something kind of different. Like that, you don't see these developers as much as say something from Blizzard or Tryon or Sony or Daybreak anymore.
Yeah,
We don't hear from them so much, especially with the location difference.
yeah. It's nice. It's nice to see that. And not to say that like companies don't care about their players. I just think it was that extra step where they literally went into the game you play, broke the fourth wall, and said, "Hey, listen, thank you." And we hear it so much on stage. We hear it so much at corporate events, like "We thank you, our players," and we hear it at BlizzCon and everything. And I was like, it's just nice to say, "Hey, listen, you know what? There's no special event. Like here's." By the way, we also got an Ice Heart and Yugiri wind up, and those are fantastic.
Fun fact: they are not available in the optional item store.
But we'll have to wait and see, because if they do end up in the store, it'll be when the Rising happens next
Yeah,
month.
I feel like they have like maybe like a year exclusivity where it's not
Yeah.
available until a year later. So they might pop up, in a month or two.
Yep. So I think that will bring us to the next one, which is the next Final Fantasy 11 event, crossover event.
Which was a really sad one in my opinion.
It was really sad.
Because I started in Final Fantasy 11 and has a place in my heart.
So Final Fantasy, as we all know, Final Fantasy 11 came to an end. Story-wise, came to an end. The game is still up and running, but story-wise came to an end earlier this year. And the game went dark on It was actually not only does Final Fantasy 11 hold the title for the first online console game, it also holds the title for the longest running game on the PlayStation 2 with online connectivity. That's the only reason why the PS2 servers were still being held up and going and on and continually going on was because Final Fantasy 11. And it was the first MMO on. I take that back. It was not the first MMO on 360, but it was the one that really pushed it. Although Phantasy Star was on 360, I think Final Fantasy 11 did a little bit better. But the character we see on screen was part of the final chapter in Final Fantasy XI. The story going that she got knocked through a time-dimensional warp, ended up in Eorzea looking for her way home, looking for her master of all things. This one too. I mean, you got cutscenes, we got fates, we got the armor that you see on screen. We got her armor.
You also get to play with her. She was there fighting with you, which
Yeah.
is I really like when they do that.
Yeah, it was awesome, and it was so interesting because it was a lot of like, my master's not here, my master's not here, and of course, if you know the story from Final Fantasy XI, you are technically her master, and she was trying to get back
Yeah.
to you in that game. Yet again, in this one, this one touched you right in the cockles of the heart, deep down in there, because it was very much a reminder that it was a sweet, beautiful goodbye to Final Fantasy XI and its story. Not that the game, like I said, the game's not gone anywhere. Just the story has ended, and it really was a beautiful way of the Final Fantasy XIV team to say, thank you, because it really, without Final Fantasy XI, Final Fantasy XIV wouldn't have been here.
Yeah. Spoiler for that, because I'm sure it's not going to come by anymore. She actually doesn't make it home. Like, she doesn't get back to Vanadil. She's just wandering Eorzea now for the rest of her life, honing her skills just in case she does and they're going back. But
Yeah.
at the end of the event, she doesn't get to go back home, which is really sad.
Yeah. I mean, if you know the story from Final Fantasy XI, which I know, I'm not going to ruin that. But go look it up. Go look it up if you're never going to play that. But if you do, let me know, because I'm starting to play. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy XI on. I'll announce that later after the show. Deep late show. So where does that bring us?
So
And by the cruddy look of the armor. By the way, that picture did not turn up. That's a better look of her armor because that's really what we got. So that brings us to what we're getting tomorrow.
Which is my favorite. Really, really excited for this is Yokai Watch.
Come on, you just want to play Pokemon in Eorzea.
Yeah.
Yes, Pokemon Go in Eorzea. Oh, get that picture off the screen. That one's a really bad picture.
That one, I like it. It's got all, but you can pinpoint all the cool yokais.
Oh, okay, you're fine. So starting tomorrow, we're gonna have a Yokai Watch event, and this is probably gonna be the same length, maybe a little bit longer actually. What, July to October 3rd? How many months is that?
Yep.
2.
But just
Yeah,
around 2.
that's like this is going to be the longest event since Lightning Returns, and I feel this is probably going to be about the same size as Lightning Returns, or even a little bit bigger than that, because this is the first promotional event where you can get how many minions? Is it 13 minions?
13?
13 minions, and you can get a weapon for each minion as well, and 2 mounts.
13.
Well, one mount that they announced, but some people found the second mount.
Yeah, we know, we got the inside scoops. Yeah, so there are 13 minions. Jin Bayan is 4 of them. Technically, a couple reskins. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Jibanyan in like 5 different outfits here.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite? Manji Mutt?
Manji Mutt is my favorite, and Koma-san.
Mangy Mutt looks like an office worker who got turned into a dog, but his face still sees like an office.
That's exactly what his story is.
Is he? That's fantastic. Oh, look at that.
So, for those who don't know what Yokai Watch is, it is probably the biggest craze in Japan the past year. And the reason why we're getting this event is actually people think it's for Yokai Watch 2, but it's actually not for Yokai Watch 2. It's actually for Yokai Watch 3, which is coming out in Japan this October, I believe. October. So this is the first promotional event that's actually not tied to a Square Enix game, because this is not a Square Enix game. Yokai Watch is level 5, which amazing developer. So this is the first promotional tie-in event that's not a Square Enix game. But Yokai Watch is basically a 3DS game that's basically you walk around and you collect yokai, which are, little ghosties and spirits that cause mayhem and mischief. So it's kind of like Pokemon, but not.
It's not though, because they're demons. Well, they're not demons. They don't call them demons, but yokai in Japanese is demon.
Yeah, it's like, well, I thought Oni was demon.
I don't know. Well,
anyways, doesn't matter. So basically, it's the biggest thing in Japan right now. It came out in America, I want to say last year in September, and the second game's coming out in September 30th in America. Still behind on the third one, because,
Japan gets all the cool stuff first.
Yeah. Anyways, so basically, in the game, you play as a kid who has a watch called a yokai watch, which can see yokai and capture them, and you collect medallions by befriending them. He talks to them, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" And they're like, "Yeah, here, take my medallion." And he can summon them by putting it in the watch and summon the yokai. So we're actually not in that sense, but we're actually kind of getting that same mechanic. We're going to get a yokai watch that we can wear, and while we're wearing it, we're going to do fates. And in doing the fates that we're going to be doing, we're going to get medallions that drop, which we then take to someone. I think he's at the Gold Saucer. We take it to him, and he will give us a minion that is on the medallion. And you can summon him using, well, it's going to be like a regular summon, but in the sense it's like you're summoning him from the medallion. We're also going to get a medallion, which is the book from the TV show and game. So we can actually read about the yokai in Final Fantasy 14. So we're actually going to get the book as well, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so you have to collect all 13 yokai. So it's a little grindy as well. I don't know. No one knows the drop rate, so we'll see. But so we're gonna get that, and then once you collect all 13 yokai, you're actually gonna get a whisper mount, which we'll show that picture later. So once you get all 13, you have to read the book to find out which fates to do with which minion that's summoned, so that it drops a legendary medallion, which you will then use to get a weapon modeled after that character. So again, very grindy, which I love. I love grindy things. If you collect all 13 weapons, then you actually get a second version of the first mount, which is Whisper with Jibanyan, and I'm really excited.
Real quick, the arsonist in chat says 2 months, 7 days to be exact. Someone's a perfectionist in chat.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah. That'd be the
But 7 days is a week.
7 days is a week. Yes. If you didn't know. Don't tell me what I don't know. Here's a Jibanyan.
Jibanyan, he's such a cool cat.
I'm gonna go through these pretty quick. So we got Jibanyan, Koma-san, which
Oh, he's obsessed with ice cream. It's my favorite.
we got I don't even know how to say that. USA Payon?
Yeah, he's an astronaut from USA.
That's fantastic. We get Whisper, who the mount is modeled after Whisper here.
Yeah, Whisper's actually a yokai butler. So he's actually the guy that follows the kid around in the show and game, helping him out. He doesn't actually fight. He's just a butler.
We get Shogunyan, which is Jinbanyan as a Shogun warrior.
Correct.
We get Hovernyan, which is Jinbanyan.
It's his ninja form.
Which is his ninja form. Is oddly enough the Dark Knight weapon. It's modeled after this one.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with, because I like the red cape. We got Komajiro.
Kobajiro is Koma-san's brother.
Is he also obsessed with ice cream?
No, he's actually obsessed with getting lost, and basically the whole time, Koma-san is looking for Komajiro and always misses him by a minute. It's adorable.
There's so many questions about that.
Questions about a lot of these things.
He also has a accent of like a Texan.
I'll tell you. All I hear is Sank Hill. I'll tell you what, I sure dog getting lost.
Pretty much.
Nothing better than a fine whiskey and we're strolling on the summer side, boozing yourself in the grass.
They're so adorable, though.
Man. Noko, which is a snake.
Yeah, apparently. So
Bow
he's
tie
supposed to
snake.
be like the lucky snake. In the show and in the anime show and in the game, you always see him, but like he can never, I guess, catch him until like one day he just shows up and he's like, "Here, just take my medallion and get away with it." And it was like the easiest thing ever. So it's like a funny thing.
He looks like H&R Puff and stuff.
Yeah, he's a bow tie.
Yeah. We got Venoct, which she's got snake hands. He's got snake hands.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job of making gender neutral characters that I cannot tell the difference. Kyuubi is some sort of nine-tailed fox.
Yes.
So Kyuubi is Naruto. And
QB is the fox.
inside Naruto in his tummy tum.
It also looks like Renamon from Digimon.
It does look like Renamon from Digimon. And then we have Robanyan F-type.
Okay, so this is really, really cool. So Robanyan F-type is actually is actually Jibanyan from the future created this robot version of himself to send him back in time to do something. I forget what, but it's very Terminator-esque. So forget why he came back, but when he got to our time, he forgot he was a robot and thought he was a cat, and he just walks around as a cat.
It's fantastic.
The end. So it's like a call out to Terminator, but yeah.
Blizaria, which is, I guess, their Shiva.
Yeah.
She sings Let It Go. Man,
Oh God.
Mangy Butt.
Mangy Mutt.
Bro, he's got that stroke eye. What's going on?
So Mangy Mutt's my favorite. So
he's got to be the greatest one. Just look at his face.
So every episode you see him, and he always gets arrested.
For what?
Because
Creeping.
the police think he's a man pretending to be a dog. And he's like, no, sir, I am actually a half dog, half human, blah, blah, blah. I'm a yokai. So he always like sees the ladies and he like talks to the ladies, like trying to be all suave. And they're like, this creepy man, let's arrest him. And they always throw him in jail. And every time Nate summons him, he like gets summoned out of jail. So the police come after him. And before he can do anything to help Nate, he gets arrested.
Called it. He's the creepy guy.
And he's also his like life goal is to find his dream job. So like every episode it begins with him like trying to find a job. Like one time he's a photographer, one time he was a baker. Like it was just like it's very random, but I love him.
The hell is going? This is better. Well, I want to remind people that this cartoon is on Netflix.
It's season 1.
Netflix, and it may be far. It's far superior than. I hate to say this. It's a little bit better than fucking Pokemon.
Yes, it's very humorous. I love it. So, I think the next picture is the weapons.
Yeah, this first one we have up is the Paw of the Crimson Cat, which is Jim Banyan's the weapon for the warrior.
Yes.
As you can see on the weapons, they are very much detailed as their minions. The warrior gets the Paw of the Crimson Cat, which is Din Banyan. The Cane of the Shrine Guardian, I could not tell you if that is which one that is. I'm assuming that's Ice Cream.
Yes, that's Komasan, yeah.
It's Komasan. So the white mages get that one. I don't know if there's any effects on these, but that'd be kind of cool. Now, the one... I'm going to get to it next. I think, personally, the monks got the most badass fucking weapon. They got the fucking robot. They got the USA bunny. They got the spaceship bunny. And they wear him as fists, and his ears are flames.
Yeah.
And they use it to punch. It's fantastic. The arsonist says the cartoon's rated Y7, by the way. The bow of the white wisp is for the bard. You have it open and closed. I actually like this for a bard weapon. It actually looks really nice. It's very elegant. It's surprising that it's based off Whisper.
I know, which is creepy.
It is a really kind of an awesome looking bow. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a bard, but
well, that's Sid.
yeah. The whisker of the brave cat and the buckler of the legendary cat. Yet again, this is based off of Jim Banyan, one of the
Shagunyan and Kavernyan or something like that.
Yeah.
Both of them are in one, I think.
Uh-huh. My favorite. Fang of the fearless cat. So Hoverion is the Dark Knight weapon, which is dope.
Yeah.
It is very cool. I like the tied off thing at the end. Codex of the Shrine Guardian is the believe it's one book.
Yeah, and it's Komajiro.
Yeah, it's one book for both classes.
Well, no, that's just for Scholar.
Oh, is it just for Scholar? Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Hey. Oh, hey. All right. Up next, Globe of the Lucky Snake goes to the Astrologian. That's cool. I like it. I like the gold. I like it's a little different than their other globes. Because I think the center spins around and then the outside ring spins around. It's like they're not connected at all. They're all independent spinning plates, and then the cards on the outside. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, and up next we have the Spark of the Spear of the Spark Serpent. The weapon for the Dragoons, which actually looks really cool. I think that's a really badass weapon for the Dragoons. No, that's enough about Dragoons. Twin Tails of the Flame Fox. The ninja weapon's also kind of badass. I like the fox daggers. If you're a ninja, enjoy those because those are actually kind of dope. And then
Excited for that.
Musket of the Metal Cat. That is a baller gun.
Right.
That looks like a damn laser cannon.
It does.
That is so cool looking. Damn it. Damn monks and damn machinists get the coolest fucking weapon. Alright, on to the Staff of the Snow Maiden. That one is... I don't know if I like that one. That one's... It's just like a snowflake on a stick, and then I think her face is in it.
Very simple looking, I know.
Yeah, I didn't...
They could have done more.
Like, yeah. And then Book of the Eerie Mutt, which...
Yes!
That is a creepy fucking book.
Means you must be mine.
It's a creepy... It is a little Necronomicon.
I love it. I'm so excited.
The Arsonist, and a Nerf gun for you, and a Nerf gun for you. Alright, that brings us to Travel the Realm in Style with Whisper Go. Whisper Go is the... Wait a minute! You don't ride on its back! There's a little chair!
No.
You sit on the inside of that damn thing. There are a total of 13 yokai that will be visiting Eorzea. If you befriend all 13 and summon each one as a minion, so you have to make sure. Please make sure. Please do not bombard them with "I did not get my mount. How come I didn't get my mount? I got all 13 minions." You must summon each one as a minion. You will receive the Whisper Go mount as a reward. You can ride this mount in the open world areas throughout Eorzea. It is not. You know what? As much as shit as I gave it looking like a sperm. It looks more like shaving cream.
Like one of those rides.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
It looks like one of those rides that go up and down like Dumbo.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a Dumbo ride or shaving cream with a face.
It's literally the ride outside a grocery store. You need to put a quarter in. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is the ride outside. Like you're just gonna do like you're just gonna sit in there. Beep 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 dee 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 dee. It's gonna be great. Be about it.
And then the legendary version of this would have Jibanyan with you. He's like riding with you.
Jimba. And then also because here's the difference is that the eye, like the mouth, is different. I'm pretty sure he farts rainbows. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Don't come to me when it's not farting rainbows. But oh wait. We have a tiny picture. I don't know if I can get it in there. Hold on. I'm not gonna make promises. Because it is on the fly, but I will.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna talk about the other stuff. So
Got
we're
it.
getting the minions in our game, and then in Yokai Watch 3, which comes out in Japan, they're actually getting a Jibanyan, like a Chocobanyan, and also a Moogle yokai, which is really, really cool, I think.
Chocobanyan is Jim Banyan riding on a chocobo, and he's so happy about it. I have that picture up right now. Then the Moogle yokai, which is Moogulinyan. That's his name. Also cool. I'm down. You get them both. And we're up here. There's a special one. He's got a rainbow mouth and a little Jim Banyan on the side.
It looks like Jibanyan's eating him.
It is a little different. Where's the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little different. I dig it. So this one, you have to collect all 13 weapons, or all the weapons for everybody. So, good luck. I don't know how long it's going to take you to get all the damn minions, but those weapons are going to be tough. Telling you that now. That's all for pictures. I'm going to bring it back over to us. You got to look at pretty pictures all this time, so now you're going to see our mugs. Hi, we're back. How's it going? So, that was a nice, like, history through what Final Fantasy XIV since the Realm Reborn has done, event-wise. A lot's changed. Like, a lot, like, each one since the very beginning, it was very simple. As simple as just a fate going into story to going to what we're getting now, which is this deep 2-month grind progression to unlock minions and weapons. I'm down.
Glad that we have 2 to do it though.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's cool though, but it's also something we can all do. Here's the important part. This is all something we can do as an FC. Like, I don't see this being. It's not gated. As far as I know, it's not level gated. I think everything should be in a Realm Reborn, correct? Like, from what I can tell, I didn't see anything. So this is something you can do with your whole FC. Have everybody go to Gold Saucer, pick up the quest, and everybody go out there and farm fates and get minions. It's something fun to do. That's cool. I'm down with that. That gives us something to do until the Rising happens. That gives us something to do until 3.4 happens. In 3.4, we are looking at probably around the Rising, so probably August is when the 3.4 will be happening. So we have some time. It's not, I'm excited. Very few times do I get excited about minions. I do like minions. I got the bulb last night, which, by the way, looks just like a butt.
It looks like a butt.
It looks like a butt. Look at the butt with leaves on it. I was like, I want that bulb. And I got it, and I was like, oh, it's just a butt. So I'm stoked. I played a crap ton of MMOs, and I believe Final Fantasy is doing a lot of right, and I think they put a lot of effort into what they do. A lot of it, and it just tells, like, everything, like, these events take time. Like, they announced this was happening 3.2 they announced the Yokai Watch event was going to happen,
and they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah. And I mean, if you didn't know the story behind it, apparently the level 5 CEO and Yoshi P went to a bar and got drunk, and kind of this happened. But I think in the long run, it was probably a fun night for both him and now for us. We get this. If you have not seen Yokai Watch, 2 of us here have.
Please go watch it.
I have the game on my
Please
3DS.
play it. It's really good.
It is fun. One of the yokais is a butt. Like, literally, it's a butt.
Yeah.
it's a walking butt, and he's got, like, gas that comes out of his face. It's great.
He makes people fart.
He makes people. The game doesn't take itself serious. Like, level 5 does a great job with games. It's one of those things that, like, the game doesn't take itself seriously, and it's a lot of fun. Like, where I think Pokemon's a little more serious, I think Yokai is the exact, like, it's totally makes fun of itself. It's in on the joke.
Don't say that, because Yokai Watch actually deals with a lot of weird, real world things. Like, there's one yokai that was about to make his parents have a divorce.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It's great. And then that yokai gets with her husband yokai.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, they do. It's really cool. Like, Jin Banyan is a cat that, like, ran in front of a car for his owner and then became a spirit cat.
And now his, like, goal is to destroy that truck, but he never does it.
He can't do it. Yeah, he just jumps in front of it and flops around dead again.
It's a very good game.
It's a game. It's a show. It's everything. Even my baby cousin watches Yo. Not to like, we're all gonna be like 20-something, 30-something year olds watching Yokai Watch, being like, this show's fantastic. But it's one of those things where it's like, when you take a child, yours or someone's you borrowed, to I don't know. Maybe you're babysitting. I don't know why you guys took it like kidnapping, but
Let's go with that.
yeah. And you go and you take it to like a Pixar movie. You both get something out of it. It may like for the kid, it's like hey cartoons, and you're getting like there's adult jokes here. So
Yep.
I'm down with that. I've not seen Finding Dory yet. I probably should make that a thing.
It's so good.
I know. I should probably go do that. Not now.
Anyways.
So next week we discuss Deep Dungeon. We're going to talk about a floating head you may get. We're going to talk about a little monkey. We're also going to talk about, what was the other one? You get a monkey, there's a head, something else. What was the other minion?
I don't remember.
I know next week.
Yeah, find out next week. We're also going to talk about the yokai event, what we thought about it, what we're thinking about it so far. We'll discuss that.
Let's hope we have screenshots to show of weapons and stuff. I can't.
Yeah,
wait.
I don't know how. Listen, if we grind out a fucking weapon by next week, I'll be amazed.
I will do it. I will. Right now,
right.
see, I'm doing it.
Also, what you can expect from us going, and maybe not today because I do have to get everything up on iTunes, and I promise that will be done. Hopefully by tomorrow morning. I'm not going to kill I won't die, but if I don't get it up by tonight, by tomorrow night, we will be up on iTunes, including this episode. Everything, this episode and past. So you're going to also have episodes up on iTunes, Stitcher. I have to get approved for Stitcher and Google and everything, but once I do, we will all be up there. So you will see that this week. You will see us next Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. Same Maelstrom time, same Maelstrom channel. We're discussing, like I said before, Deep Dungeon and Yokai in full. Don't forget, our contest is going on until Sunday. You can take a picture and send it to us on Twitter at maelstrom.radio. I'm sorry, Maelstrom_radio. You can also email to us at info@maelstromradio.com. You can also post it on our Facebook page. This is newly created. That is Maelstrom Radio at Facebook. Which is all one word. It says facebook.com/Maelstrom Radio. I got that created. We were allowed to do it. I got it going. Yeah. I know I did it. I did a thing. We can go to our website at maelstromradio.com. We promise that will all be updated and facelifted, and we're going to get going. Thank you so far. This is 7 episodes deep. I believe that we are creating something great here. We had very few. All of our technical issues happened before we actually went live. We went live for a second, we cut it, and I think we actually had a pretty damn good, smooth show. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. A big shout out to Phoenix Down Radio for giving us a shout out on their show, because for us doing our Having Fun on Moogle Go Around, which is their sister podcast. They gave us a lovely compliment, guys. Shin, they said we were hilarious. I agree. I think we are hilarious. Tooting my own fucking horn. Toot. Thank you guys, and if you haven't, go check out Phoenix Down Radio. Those guys do a great show. Sarah, Klaus, Luna doing fun stuff. They just did a show where they interview Fusion X, who a longtime Final Fantasy 11 podcaster, Final Fantasy 14 podcaster, also the owner and the guy who runs Gamer Escape. So if you use Gamer Escape for anything like how to beat a boss, or like been using it lately, telling people where to go for quests on their main storyline when they get lost. That is the guy, Fusion X. It was a great episode. I suggest go listening to that. So my name is Flatus. For my co-hosts Shin and Carrie, I will see you all next week. Play on, and see you all later. Eorzea till sea swallows all. Peace!